We are at Mid-Ohio yet again, and it's time to go do some hot laps in the new M4 Competition. Eric Keller here, Enthusiast Auto Group. We are at Mid-Ohio, EAG's home track with BMW North America and Road and Track magazine, and I have waited to drive this M4 for quite a long time, and I have with us Jay Hansen from BMW, and he knows quite a lot about these new cars. Your role has to be one of the more fun jobs at BMW. You want to tell everybody kind of what your dream job is that you now do every day?
Yeah, I'm the product and technology spokesperson for BMW of North America, which basically means I get to talk about cars to people like yourself and get to come out to great locations like Mid-Ohio sports car course and do things like this. So you can't ask for anything more than that.
Not for a car guy. And you know, and the best part is you obviously get to drive them.
Obviously, yeah. And
so
we get to get behind the wheel of everything that we build.
I cannot wait to get this out on track. It's been a little bit rainy off and on, but having every M3 of every generation here today, and now this, you know, that's just hit the streets just a couple months ago. Today we're driving the new M4 Competition. This thing is sweet. Isle of Man green, has a drift analyzer, and it's BMW's car. Doesn't get much better than this. Well, I have to say I am thoroughly impressed. This car is an absolute animal. I am in love. Take the grills or love them or leave them. This car is an M3 through and through. M4 in this case. It has the DNA of the well, M brand. I am really quite surprised. I'm very, very pleased. It drives lighter than it actually is. Everything about the car is confidence inspiring. It reminds me almost of driving a F82 M4 GTS. It's just got grip. You're completely in control of what's going on, and it is a really, really fast car. Wow. Very different than the E30 M3 I just got out of, albeit just as much fun in a different way. Good job, BMW. Good job. This is such a treat to be out here with North America and Road and Track and be able to experience these cars in our home track with friends, like-minded enthusiasts for sure. And boy, spoiled. Check box bucket list. Yowzers, that car is a absolute animal. This is a DCT and it's a competition, so it's got all the horsepower, and I can tell you my heart is probably a good 130, 140 right now probably. It was a really great experience that I certainly encourage others to get out and support BMWNA because love or hate at those grills, it don't matter. That's a driver's car right there. I mean, there's a lot of differences between this car and the F82 and of course the E92, and I think it'd be good to kind of walk around, talk. Nobody's going to know this car better than yourself, so tell us what makes this special and unique, outside of this crazy Isle of Man green color that is just
the color itself is pretty special, isn't it? It is, as you say, it's called Isle of Man green. It's a brand new color for the all-new M3 and all-new M4. That along with a pretty special yellow color called Sao Paulo Yellow Metallic. But yeah, this one looks really great.
What about the interior color code is?
The interior is called Silverstone, and it's a two-tone black and silver interior. And the interior of this particular car that we're looking at is really set off by all the carbon fiber trim. So this has the optional carbon fiber trim for the interior, which puts carbon fiber on the center console, just above the dash, or excuse me, just above the glove box panel there, also on the steering wheel for the first time. And what's really makes this exterior special is these optional M carbon bucket seats. These are handcrafted by BMW in-house. They're a $3,800 option, and they really, really do an amazing job of holding you in place when you're driving, let's say enthusiastically, around a place like Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. They do a fantastic job of clamping you into place. But I think you'll agree when you get some time behind the wheel, Eric, that these seats are really comfortable when all you're doing is just, racking up miles on the highway or just driving to the grocery store too.
It is not that different than, the Recaros like in the GTS or even the Sport Evo. I mean, it holds you in, this is comfortable. And I thought this was going to be kind of awkward with this. It looks a little bit out of place, but I understand why it's there now, and having these bolsters is comfortable, and it's got heated seats too, huh?
Yeah, the seats are heated, and we understand completely that if you're buying a car like an M3 or M4 and you're putting these seats in this car, you could very likely want to take this car out on the racetrack. So there are actually two little bolts that will unbolt, hold this headrest in place. You can remove that, and it'll actually give you a little extra clearance for the back of your helmet, so you can actually maintain a good posture and sit up straight.
Well, and your Hansen or the back of your helmet's not going to scratch on it either.
That's true.
That's something I've experienced in my other cars. And so drivetrain, this thing is pretty fast.
Yeah, it's an all-new engine. So it's an S58 double overhead cam, twin power turbo 6-cylinder engine with quite a special exhaust system. So basically there are two models of the M3 and M4. There's the core model that comes with a 6-speed manual gearbox, 473 horsepower in that iteration. This is the competition model, 8-speed automatic gearbox, 503 brake horsepower in that car.
And this is a 2-wheel drive, but
this is just 2-wheel drive. There is an MX drive version coming later in the summer.
You got to check out inside here. Look at this. The car's green on the screen. That is too cool for school. And so what's the brake setup on this? This has got pretty much all the Go Fast stuff too, doesn't it?
It does have all the Go Fast stuff, but a lot of that is standard equipment on the M3 and M4. There's not a lot of things that you would have to specify to really, set the car up right for really aggressive use.
And so if I want to, the M track, the M drift mode, what is that called?
Yeah, this car is equipped with what they call M Drive Professional, which includes the M Drift Analyzer and also a 10-position traction control system. To get there, you'd have to go to the traction control menu, switch everything off, and if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you should be able to find the M Drive settings.
And there's 11 traction control settings on this, starting at 0. Huh.
Yep, exactly. So it's basically a recipe for how far do you want to hang the tail out.
I'll just go with like 7.
Yeah.
That's what Bill Auberland was saying last night when we were at dinner, telling that's just enough to keep you in control, but enough to let you hang out and have some fun.
Exactly.
Perfect conditions too.
And then the car, when you when you're actually got a good drift going on, it's going to take into account things like your slip angle, your wheel speed, and that sort of thing. And it's going to actually give you a rating on a scale from 1 to 5 stars about how it thinks you did.
And is that a standalone option?
That is part of the M Drive Professional.
Oh, sure. But the M Drive Professional is a standalone option.
It's a standalone option on either version of the car.
Okay, so and the comp and non-comp, that's
right.
Available. Cool.
Yep.
No better way to get educated about these cars than the guy that's pretty much in charge of it at BMW firsthand. Talk about a BMW genius experience. And drivetrain or power-wise, S58?
S58 engine. Double overhead cam, 24-valve twin power turbo straight 6-cylinder engine.
A little different than the 4-bangers I brought.
It is a little bit different. Think of it as an evolution, though. It's just one generation after another improving on what we learned.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the carbon fiber on the exterior is standard. That's an option?
This is actually an option. So this car is all about the carbon. So we already showed you the interior carbon fiber trim. We showed you the M carbon bucket seats.
Yep.
This also has the carbon fiber exterior package, which is the air intakes at the front of the car. It is the carbon fiber mirror caps. And at the back of the car is the carbon fiber duct spoiler, and also the carbon fiber rear diffuser back here. This car also is equipped with the optional M carbon ceramic brakes.
Well, yeah.
If you like carbon, this is a fantastic car for you.
And sticker roughly on this would have been about how much MSRP?
All in with all these options, including the M driver package, which raises the VMAX from 155 governed to over 180 miles an hour ungoverned.
Yeah.
And a day at M driving school is another 2,500 bucks. So all in, this car is right at 100,000.
And not much higher to go from there for this.
Really not much more to do beyond that. Yeah.
Right, right. Well, that's a heck of a great overview. I don't know that we can get much more detailed than going over that. I guess the other thing I did notice, though, they're 20-inch rears and 19 fronts.
Yeah, that's new for this G80 version of the car. The G82 version of the M4 is the staggered front and rear.
Right.
So 18-inch in the front, 19-inch in the back is standard equipment.
Okay.
And then there's a variety of different wheel and tire styles to get in a 19 and a 20-inch staggered size.
That's awesome, because that's the first time BMW's done that, to my knowledge, since the M4 GTS, the F82.
Yep, exactly right.
Wow.
You would know better than I.
You know, I do love these cars to the point that I think I'm a BMW addict, I think is the only way I can phrase it at this point. But you know, having all of the M3s of every generation and having the guys at Road and Track who've just been doing an awesome job with these cars, I can't wait to see that come out. Well, I hope you enjoyed your hot lap here at Mid-Ohio in the new M4 Competition. Clearly I did, and I definitely want to thank BMW and Road and Track for inviting us out here for this. Such an honor, and no question a bucket list check mark that wasn't expecting. Super happy and humbled. So with that, enjoy the other videos coming up. We got a lot of great stuff. See ya.